Chapter 9, Strategic Management. Part 1, Foundations of Strategic Management Chapter. Hello everyone, and welcome to Chapter 9 of our Business Administration Learning Academy. Today, we are beginning a very important subject, strategic management. When we talk about strategy, we are really talking about the future of an organization. Where are we going? What do we want to achieve? How are we going to compete? And perhaps most importantly, how are we going to turn our plans into results? Strategic management helps organizations answer these questions. It is the process of establishing long-term direction, analyzing the business environment, making strategic decisions, implementing those decisions, and evaluating whether they are actually working. But strategy is not simply about creating a plan. A strategy involves choices. Every organization has limited resources, including money, people, technology, and time. Management, therefore, has to decide where those resources should be invested and which opportunities should be prioritized. This brings us to the three main levels of strategy. The first is corporate level strategy. This looks at the organization as a whole and considers major decisions such as entering new markets, expanding internationally, diversifying, or acquiring another business. The second is business level strategy. Here, the main question is, how are we going to compete? An organization might compete through lower costs, better quality, innovation, specialized services, or an exceptional customer experience. The third is functional level strategy. This is where departments such as marketing, finance, human resources, operations, and information technology translate the overall strategy into practical actions. These three levels must work together. A brilliant corporate strategy will achieve very little if the organization does not have the people, financial resources, and technology or operational systems required to implement it. Another important part of strategic management is understanding the organization's vision, mission, and values. The vision describes where the organization wants to be in the future. The mission explains why the organization exists and the value it provides, and organizational values guide how people should behave while working towards those objectives. Once the direction is clear, management needs strategic goals and objectives. These objectives should not simply sound impressive. They should provide meaningful direction and, wherever possible, be measurable. This is why managers frequently use the SMART framework. Objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Senior management also plays a critical role in strategy. Leaders are responsible for establishing direction, making major decisions, allocating resources, and communicating the strategy throughout the organization. But leadership is not simply about telling employees what the strategy is. Employees need to understand why the strategy matters and how their individual responsibilities contribute to achieving it. Finally, we need to understand strategic thinking. Strategic thinkers do not focus only on what is happening today. They look ahead. They ask what could change, what competitors might do, what customers may expect in the future, and what capabilities the organization will need. They challenge assumptions and consider different scenarios before making important decisions, and this is one of the most important lessons in strategic management. Successful organizations do not simply react to change, they prepare for it. Strategic management connects vision with action, resources with priorities, and today's decisions with tomorrow's performance. In Part 2, we will take the next step and explore strategic analysis and the business environment. We will examine SWOT analysis, PEDAS analysis, Porter's 5 forces, competitor analysis, organizational resources, and core competencies. Thank you for joining me for Part 1 of Chapter 9. I hope this lesson has helped you understand the foundations of strategic management and why strategic thinking is such an important capability for modern managers and business leaders. References notice and for further reading. Kindly note that all references cited in this blog have been carefully selected from reputable academic sources and are provided in Harvard referencing style. As this lesson has been recorded for educational purposes, viewers and readers are encouraged to consult the original publications. You can find all the references at the end of this blog article. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Lourdes Bonnici.